Good morning, everybody. It's the Pull Tab Patriot, also known as Robert. It is 5:30 in the morning, and I am getting ready to head out for this morning's fishing trip, dirt fishing, that is. Going to be going to a place around here in Ocala called Booster Stadium. It was built late February of 1969. It is a local sports stadium that used to house all of the county's football games for high schools, and it is still being used by most of them, if not 90% of them. I think one of the 5 high schools has its own stadium, but for the most part, all of the high school football teams use the stadium. There's also, I think, a couple other soccer leagues and cheerleading, gymnastics, all that stuff will use the stadium. Other than that, it's got a large amount of crowds that hang out there. The area high schools used to do all of their graduation ceremonies at the stadium. So due to the fact that it has so much traffic out there, especially on a Friday night, we'll see what we get. So I will start the next video after we start the dig, and if we get a good signal, and see what we get. Have a good day, and talk to you soon. Hey everybody, it's Patriot again. We are out at Booster Stadium getting ready to start our digging. Just kind of wanted to give you an overall look of the lay of the land here. This is the big sports stadium. Huge field out here to detect in. There is a trailer park over here on this side of it, and there's a bunch of interior part of the stadium that's gated off, but we'll be detecting out here in the parking lot area. I'll talk to you on our first find. Well, here we are at our first dig. As you can see, I didn't get far from my truck at all before I got a signal. Took just a little bit to narrow it down, and then it took even longer with my pinpointer once I had the hole dug. But it turns out just to be a bobby pin. So we'll move on to our next one. Thanks for joining me. Guys, Patriot again. Needless to say, I still didn't get but another step or two. Got another signal, and I dug it. It was about 4-6 inches down, and as you can see right here, it's just a bottle cap. So let me cover all this up and we'll try again. Hey guys, Patriot again. Just a little bit longer. Right across from my truck now. Had a decent signal. It was pecking up at the 80 mark a couple times on the AT Pro. And it took a while to narrow it down, but that's all it is just a little hunk of metal. It took a while to find it in there because it matched in so good with the ground. So see you on the next one. One more time here. Needless to say, that's my last hole where I got that little strange piece of metal at. Walked 2 steps, had another signal that was like in the 53-65 range on my AT Pro, and I dug it up, and show you what I got. It's just a little tiny screw. It's right here. That's what was in the hole. I'm gonna keep looking. Okay guys, I went about 4 feet. Got another pretty good signal. It was a 77 on the AT Pro. It was ringing clear. So I dug it. Showed 4 inches down right here in this hole. And you can see it right there on the top. It is just a bottle cap. Maybe I should change my name to Bottle Cap Bennett from Pull Tab Patriot. But anyway, I'm going to keep going and see what I get on the next one. See you in a minute. You guys, Patriot again. Went about another 2 feet. Had a pretty good 77, 78 signal. And it would jump down in the 60 range, but dug it up. It was about 4 inches down, and true to my name, is just a bottle cap, or what I call pull tab. So just junk. Moving on to the next one. See you in a minute. Patriot again. As you can see, I'm still not far from my truck, and sun is definitely kicking. It's getting pretty warm already. Had a pretty good signal, good solid 78, singing out in the earphones here, and dug it up, and turns out to just be a piece of aluminum foil. See you next time. I still haven't found a signal yet, but I just wanted to take a minute, stop and drink some water, but want to give a big attaboy to my Garrett AT Pro, because it is working really good. I know Texas Tiger Diggs and a couple other guys have talked about EFI and problems with electrical lines, and Booster, as you can see, has a ton of power line. That's a big power line right there that runs right parallel to it, and I was worried if it was going to interfere with the sector yet, and so far it's working good. Haven't detected anything with trash, but it's detecting it. So see you on the next one. Sorry about that. I had that facing the wrong way. Had a good 78 signal, but I had to move across from where I was. I was thinking right there in front of where people pay for their tickets might be a good spot, because people would drop coins and stuff out of their pockets as they were paying for their tickets, but it's so rocky. I had 2 good signals. One was a 78 and the other was like an 81, but they were showing 6 inches down. I couldn't even break the surface. It's got so much lime rock and gravel over there. So I moved over here across the street to this dirt and had another signal. It was a 78 right here, not far out, and dug it up. It's a hunk of metal. Big find. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Hey guys, I'm at the next dig, and it was ringing up pretty good solid 96, 99 solid repeatable signal, and I hadn't had anything like that before, so I had to dig it up. It was just a couple inches down, so I dug it up, and it turns out to be a piece of aluminum and what looks like part of a crushed bottle cap, maybe. I don't know why these were ringing up at a 99, but that's all I could find in the hole. Talk to you soon. Guys, Patriot here, and it is getting warmer. Working my way down through the parking lot here. I finally had a pretty solid repeatable signal. It was a 54. Figured I'd try it, and it was only 2 or 4 inches down right here in this hole. Popped the plug, and lo and behold, I find my namesake, the old pull tab. So I will see you on the next one. Hey guys, it's Pull Tab Patriot. Been at it a couple hours, probably 2 hours. As you can see, typical Florida weather. The storms are coming in a bit earlier than usual. Already got some thunder and lightning, so I'm probably going to end up wrapping it up. But let me see if I can show you what we ended up with today. We got just a pull tab or 2, bunch of tin foil, and 2 bottle caps. So not a very productive day, but we tried. Y'all stay safe, God bless, and Semper Fi. I'll talk to you next time. Pull Tab Patriot out.